Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are going to talk about a very simple pathway which is involved in carbohydrate metabolism, and that is gluconeogenesis. And it is very simple to understand that there is generation of glucogenesis means there is generation of a glucose molecule, new glucose molecule, and in this process how this glucose is generated. Generally the glucose which our body gets, that is through the various food material or the carbohydrate sources through which it takes out glucose. But in this process some non-carbohydrate sources are used to get glucose. That's why it is named as gluconeogenesis, generation of glucose from non-carbohydrate sources. Now what are the non-carbohydrate sources? So these are fats, proteins, amino acids. These all are the non-carbohydrate sources, and through them we get some substrates, such as we get pyruvate, we get glycerol from fatty acids, then the glycogenic amino acids, lactate. So these all non-carbohydrate sources, these substrates, are used for preparation of glucose in this gluconeogenesis pathway. This pathway is a very important pathway because we are not always dependent on the dietary sources of carbohydrate. So that's why this is an important pathway. For example, for some organs like brain, central nervous system, erythrocytes, which are in constant demand for energy. So for those cells or for those organs, gluconeogenesis is an important source of glucose so that the energy will be provided. Then the next one are skeletal muscles. So in case of anaerobic conditions, gluconeogenesis is an alternate source of energy for them. Then the next one is fasting stage, when there is lack of food. So in that case also body is dependent on glucose by gluconeogenesis. Then there is requirement of this pathway to take out certain substrates or certain metabolites which are present in blood. For example, lactate, pyruvate, glycerol, which is present in blood, that should be taken out from the body. So how that can be done? So for that purpose, these substrates, they enter in gluconeogenesis and they are excreted from the body through a proper metabolism. Now comes, where do this process takes place in the body? Like we have seen for glycolysis, Krebs cycle. Similarly, this process do have a certain specific site, and that is cytosol. So majority of the steps which are involved for generation of glucose through gluconeogenesis, those are taking place in cytosol because the enzyme which are required, those are there. But some precursors or some substrates which are required for this process, those even are synthesized in mitochondria. How that are synthesized, that I will just explain you, but the major site is cytosol, and some substrates which we require for this process, those are prepared in mitochondrial matrix. Now let's see this pathway, that how this pathway takes place. So as I think glycolysis pathway is known to every one of you, or you could refer the lecture which I have shared previously. So this pathway is just opposite to of that glycolysis. In glycolysis, we break down glucose to pyruvate. If you could see here, this is your glycolysis pathway. In those steps, the 6 carbon containing molecule glucose is converted into the 3 carbon molecule pyruvate. Now in this process, there are those 10 steps in which step 1, step 3 and step 10, the last 10th step. These 3 steps are, if you could see here, these are irreversible. That is conversion of glucose to glucose 6-phosphate, then conversion of fructose 6-phosphate to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, and the last step where pyrovinyl pyruvate is converted into pyruvate. So these 3 steps are irreversible, while remaining all the steps are reversible. It means the enzyme which are involved in that, they are able to catalyze these reversible steps. So if we want to move up this pathway in the backward direction, if we want to revert it in for the generation of glucose, so what we need to do, we need to make these 3 steps also reversible. So how we do that? So that is an important question here. So we will be starting with now pyruvate, because we want to prepare glucose. So we will be going in the backward direction. So let's start with pyruvate now. So what happens with this pyruvate? It is not able to get converted into phosphoenol pyruvate, PEP. So what we need to do, this pyruvate need to be converted into such compound which will be able to form phosphoenol pyruvate. So for that purpose, how we do it? So this pyruvate goes into mitochondrial matrix, and in mitochondria there is an enzyme, pyruvate carboxylase. And in the presence of this pyruvate carboxylase enzyme, pyruvate get converted into oxaloacetate. It enters into the Krebs cycle pathway. The Krebs cycle pathway takes place here, and this oxaloacetate gets converted into malate through those different steps of Krebs cycle, and malate comes out from the mitochondrial membrane into cytosol, and in cytosol it is having help of the enzyme malate dehydrogenase, and in the presence of malate dehydrogenase it leads to formation of oxaloacetate. This oxaloacetate gets converted into phosphoenol pyruvate in the presence of enzyme phosphoenol pyruvate carboxykinase. So this is an important enzyme, phosphoenol pyruvate carboxykinase, which is helping us to convert oxaloacetate into phosphoenol pyruvate. Now this phosphoenol pyruvate will get converted back through these reversible steps into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and then 1,3-bis phosphate will be produced by using 2 molecules of pyruvate. So we will be having fructose 1,6-bis phosphate. Now the second task is, so this is our first important enzyme, carboxykinase. Now comes this important step, conversion of fructose 1,6-bis phosphate into fructose 6-phosphate, which is not a reversible step. So instead of using the regular enzyme, we need some other enzyme which can convert this molecule into fructose 6-phosphate, and the converting enzyme here is fructose 1,6-bis phosphatase, and that will help us to make this step reversible. Then the fructose 6-phosphate can be easily isomerized into glucose 6-phosphate, and now comes the last step where we need to produce glucose. So how that is done? By the enzyme glucose 6-phosphatase. It is able to make this step reversible. So all these steps, all these 3 enzymes which are helping us to produce glucose from pyruvate, or we should be saying from oxaloacetate to PEP and then PEP to glucose. So all those processes takes place in cytosol. Only the conversion of pyruvate to oxaloacetate, that takes place in mitochondrial matrix. So this is the simple gluconeogenesis pathway, that is generation of glucose from pyruvate. And how we get this pyruvate? From the non-carbohydrate sources, that is from fats, lipids and amino acids. So this is how this conversion takes place. I hope the video is easy to understand you, and thanks for joining. Keep watching.